Lawin Media Network.
Bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
Business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community, from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
The following program is produced by Lawin Media Network. The views and opinions expressed in this program are solely those of the individuals appearing on the show and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Lawin Media Network, its affiliates, sponsors, or partners. The content provided in this program is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Lawin Media Network does not guarantee the accuracy, completeness, or timeliness of the information.
Prepare for an emotional roller coaster as you explore our Be Bold episode clips. Immerse yourself in the most unforgettable moments and enjoy hearty laughs with our collection of bloopers and highlights.
Be bold, why not? Highlights and bloopers.
Part 2.
For tonight, we're going to be talking about these three particular laws. The first one is the law of design. So what does the law of design mean? Well, the law of design simply states that to maximize our growth, we have to actually develop some strategies. That's a big word. What about, right, Atala? Strategies. We're getting a little bit of...
Not just steps. I think we have to be very creative with this law, because it's practically about also putting our ideas, our imagination, our willpower, our really true desire to make things happen. I mean, that idea, it cannot be just an idea. It has to be executed, right? Mm-hmm. And again, I think also is when we start really taking action. More than anything else, to me, it's more about also taking action. To move forward from an idea, we must plan. I think that visualize, but at the same time manifesting in the action to make it happen.
Yeah, that is correct. Because it's kind of like when you're trying to build your house, right? You don't just like splatter everything there, but you have to have like a blueprint, right? You hire an architect and then you hire a designer and things like those. It's like having a plan. So that's basically what we should be aiming at when we want to grow more in our personal, in personal life and in life in general. So we have to have a plan. And for us to have that, we have to develop, like I said, a blueprint or a roadmap or a dream board or imagination, whatever it is that will help you execute your plan, right? So I think that's basically what it is, because strategies, if we have the strategies and the plan, then we can create systems. And then these systems will help us to actually navigate through whatever we are aiming.
I love the next law. I'm like, that one is one of my favorites, actually. And this is going to be the love of pain. And I will tell you why. I think that pain is something that actually is an opportunity for everybody to grow. That's what I see. I don't believe that pain should be extended in life. I don't believe so. And doesn't have to be turned into suffering. However, pain is an opportunity. It's like a door. We open a door for growth, for learning, for stretching, right? And I do believe that life in any transition, anyone, give us that opportunity. It's more about what is the relationship that I have with pain when something happened, the interpretation that I give into that situation, but also I have the opportunity to select what do I want to learn, right? How can I turn this situation in my favor? So to me, it's a very powerful law. What do you think about this law, MJ?
Yes, absolutely. You're correct, Atala. The law of pain is basically saying that for us to grow even better, we try to change or make the bad experiences into good ones. So our personal growth, it's like when they say the pain or the struggles that we go through actually get us closer to knowing who we are, because it's
Yes.
how we manage those bad experiences can help us grow exponentially. Another thing that really matter when we are trying to grow personally and more and like at a bigger level is we have to always remember the golden rule, because the golden rule speak about people, because people matter. Our relationships, that's what matter. Like that's why we have to have that vertical relationship, our relationship with God, and then our horizontal relationship. It's our relationship with other people. And this is where the golden rule applies, because people matter. I couldn't imagine my life living in this world by myself. No one is an island, right? We are part of this big creation, and that we have to really, love each other, care for each other, and just
Respect
follow
each other.
passionate about something. Then it's easier for you to actually talk about it. It's easier for you to actually move people to believe it, because you
Because
are
you
very.
believe, first of all, you believe in your product, in your service, in your message,
Mhm.
in your purpose in life, for example. So when you are truly on those words, but also you believe to really not just believing with not feeling. There are two things here. Once you believe in your product, in your service, in your message, in your purpose, you even connect to those emotions and you vibrate at a very high level of energy. When you just say it, but you don't feel it, people cannot feel it either.
Mhm. Yeah, because I mean, if you're not passionate about anything, if you don't believe in anything, if you don't believe in yourself, then who would believe you?
When you're having fun. So let's just talk a little bit about this load. So stretch is always from inside out. What do you think about that?
That's true, because you have to have that inner desire to actually stretch out and reach your full potential and set your goal. You have to have that desire. That's why it comes from inside. And then if you start from within, then you spread it out. It doesn't come from outside. The external forces won't make you stretch. It has to come from you.
Like a
Yeah.
consciousness, you
Yeah.
have to have this kind of waking moment to say, I want something more. And I'm gonna go and get it. So at the moment that you make a decision on a conscious level, that's gonna start the stretch. And also it's gonna lead you to change, of course. And that's gonna lead you to be a little bit maybe, not just outside of your comfort zone, but also it will lead you to maybe to the right connections, to the right atmospheres, to the right business, because you are going outside of your comfort zone. So things gonna start looking different. You think about.
Yes, that is right. Because people can make you change. It has to come from you. And then if you do that, then it will become a lifestyle.
Definitely.
Yes. Once you keep doing it and practicing the stretching power, the power of stretching, then it becomes a lifestyle. Now we grow easier and better. And that's how it is. So remember, stretching comes from inside, not outside. All right.
And you know what? You made me think about something else. This is a very important law because think about it. We start really teaching, not just, like applying it to our lives. If our kids or teenagers, they start looking at, this is an opportunity for me to get out of my comfort zone, to become better as a person, as a human being, as a student, as a son, as a mother, as an employee or business partner or whatever it is. What a great opportunity that we all have to embrace this love in our lives.
Oh yes, that's very true. I can set my daughter as an example. I don't know, but that girl, she never fails to amaze us, because she's so busy. Like, she's a dancer, she's a performer, she's a singer and all that, and she's in high school. But on top of that, she wants to graduate with an associate degree in high school.
Wow.
So even though she's already so busy and she's doing a lot of things, she's stretching herself to do more by enrolling in dual credit courses or advanced placement courses. So she gets her college degree associates in high school.
But think about it.
Yeah.
You start in an early age. Think about how it's going to be your life,
Yes.
It's like you create a lifestyle. So it's going to actually exponentially, take you faster where is your destination, I believe.
Yes.
So we really should really embrace this law and really take it like a very healthy habit.
That's right. And we develop habits, they say, in like 21 days. So if we make it a habit to stretch and really do more and more and more, then it becomes a habit and it becomes a lifestyle. So that's the law of the rubber band.
Remember, for nutrition, for, even if you want to start exercising or just waking up early in the morning or start a business, or maybe, you have a better relationship within yourself, whatever is that through this heart that you want, just welcome this love into your life. That's what I can say.
Yes. Me, I think, because recently, I've been trying to lose weight. So I've given up eating. I'm just kidding. No, but I mean, honestly, I'm doing intermittent fasting. So you know how people are so used to eating 3 meals a day plus snacks in between, right? I've given up some of that. Now I only eat probably 2 good meals a day. I've done like 16 to 22 hour fasting. So for me to achieve what I want and to lose that weight, to become healthier, I've given up eating part of my,
Are you giving up or are you choosing wisely?
Yeah, and
eating too.
And I'm picking, of course, I have to eat healthier too. So sometimes we just have even those little things or simple things that we can do to give up so we can achieve our goal, or we can reach, our full potential when we have to do it. And I kind of have, as you said, sometimes we have so many things that we're doing and our energy is so spread out. So in that case, we may achieve one thing, little thing, but it's not significant enough. It's not significant enough that will actually improve ourselves. So as you have said earlier, if you give up on some things and focus more on on your actual priorities, then your energy is also more focused on that thing and you can achieve more. You can go up more.
And which is?
The law of trade-offs. Okay.
I like that one too.
Trade-offs, yeah. Well, the law of trade-offs pretty much says that we have to give up something, right?
To go up. Achieve something else.
For us to go up the ladder, sometimes we have to give up some things in life. Because as we go up, there are things that are pulling us down because the baggage is so heavy.
It's amazing what you just said, because think about for a moment, sometimes we want to achieve something, but in order for us to be able to go to the next level, we will have to give up maybe spending more time with friends, maybe going out for dinner, spending a lot of money in dinner, maybe just kind of become more disciplined, more organized, you name it. So we have to always, it's a trade-off. So
it is. I have to give up watching my Korean drama. Okay, that's one thing interesting. Okay, so what does MJ like to do on her spare time?
You just say it.
said it. Yes, that's true. And sometimes we just want to do so many things at the same time, and then we lose focus, and then we tend to over stretch ourselves, and that's when we can't actually grow. As I said, we have too heavy baggage that
And
we're carrying.
we're not using our energy wisely, because again, everything's energy. You know, every activity that we're doing, every conversation that we're having, every action that we're taking, every thought, every word express energy. Sometimes we have to come to the conclusion, say, what is really my top priority? That it will take me to the next level. And be very focused and develop that mindset. Go forward every single day, work in that main goal. And that will actually change your mindset, definitely. But also you're going to start seeing more, a better outcome. You're going to start really feeling more confident because you're moving forward with grace, with that kind of, energy, like focus. So it's very important to always decide, what do I need to give up in order to achieve something bigger in my life.
Whenever you're picking your mentor or trying to decide which way to go, have someone that you actually align your values with, because that's very important. Because it has to be someone that had made an impact on other people's lives the way that you want to make an impact on others.
Yes, I think that you have to do like the life story, their lives. I mean, how they have grown, their challenges, how they evolve over the years. What are they doing in the present moment? But also their values is crucial, because that's going to give you a lot of clarity also. When you are, making decisions in life and you have this, very clear values, it's easy to actually make any decision. It's faster, it's easier. And if that mentor has also the same values, it's going to be natural, the connection.
Oh, yes. And you work together better because you believe in the same, you have the same beliefs, you have the same principles, your stories kind of are like the same, and like you want to make a positive impact in the same way. So it's important. Alignment of values is very important when you're looking for someone to mentor you. That's why they say a real friend or a true friend actually tells you the truth. Even if they tell you what they tell you hurts, if it's the truth and if it's going to help you improve and become better and grow, then that's better than having someone who just want to praise you and not want to hurt your feelings, but then you're not growing or you're not going any further in your life because nobody's telling you the real truth. Nobody's actually telling you that you need to grow on this area of your life, and that's not helping. So if you want a mentor that's honest and truthful and who cares, then we have to be that mentor to our friends and family as well.
It's something that is going to have an impact. Whatever answer you're going to be giving to somebody, because most probably I have been mentored some people, and I have to be very straightforward, not pamper them, but be honest.
Law of expansion, simply means that growth increases our capacity, right? That's why it says expansion. So if we're like this, we're just in a box and we don't want to get out of that box, then we are so limited. But then we have to get out of that box.
Comfort zone.
Out of the comfort zone. We have to get out of that and expand expand our capacity. Because that's very important. Sometimes we have this mindset of like, oh, I can't do it.
But it's like very, like the more that you repeat yourself, think about it. How many times our inner dialogue is like, I can't do it. Or I'm so afraid. Or I don't have the knowledge or the skills. If you don't have the knowledge, you can always learn something else, right? You're expanding. You are breaking your own limit beliefs. You are going forward. You are actually being brave and be bold, because there's so many things in life that we can achieve. But sometimes we need to face that fear.
Yeah, and we have to stop thinking that we can't, but rather we should ask ourselves, how can we do it? yeah, we have to be resourceful. As you have said, we can always find a way to do things. That's why it's so easy now to find a way to do things. Like you can just watch on YouTube DIYs. There's a lot of resources out there that will teach you how to actually do a certain thing. Contribution.
Definitely.
Yeah, we can share or contribute or be part of a bigger purpose in this world. Like if you contribute your time, talent, resources,
gifts,
experiences,
share your experiences,
your
because that helps.
stories. Yeah, even your story. I mean, you never know who's going to be impacted with your story.
I think I was talking also today, and I was sharing that the stories that we all have are super powerful, and that we should be brave to share. Sometimes it has to come from vulnerability, right? Because there is so much, I think, experiences that we all have in our lives that we don't even share with people because we are afraid about, judgment and maybe about being vulnerable. But that's the beauty of life.
Yeah, and we should never be scared to share what we have and to actually make an impact with to other people, because that is why we are here. We, as a very famous saying goes, no man is an island. So if you're able to contribute to your community, then you're making a very
Big
positive
contribution.
Yes,
or
yes.
just community groups. I mean, they have
Yeah, it doesn't mean like the community at large. You have your family, you have your friends. Yes.
Open your mind. I mean, see the opportunities that they are right there, because you never know. Actually, by just contributing, volunteering, you can also open many doors. People will, most probably, you will have like a divine connection. You never know.
Yeah.
What is estate and why do we plan it? What is estate planning?
Actually, good question. I love that question. What is estate and why do we plan for that? You say estate, we're talking about what comes into your mind?
Mine is like land and property, houses.
Yes, you're right. Assets. That's your estate. That's why when somebody passed away, we settle the estate. That's what we do when we do probate. We settle the estate because the estate is what you left for your loved ones. So while you're alive, you're accumulating this estate. Why we say estate planning? Why? Well, because mainly the reason why you're doing the planning is you're thinking about what will happen when you pass away. Most likely, right?
I mean, we all pass away someday.
I know. It's just a matter of when. Hopefully not too soon, because we want to enjoy our
Drive safe, eat healthy, go to the gym.
You embrace gratitude in your life, MJ?
Yeah, well, for me, I think I have been grateful all my life, good and bad times. I think I have practiced gratitude because I believe in the power of gratitude. But first off, I just want to mention, very significant people in my life that have brought me to where I am today. And I am always going to be grateful for them. I am forever, ever grateful for these people. Like, our relatives, my relatives in California, they helped me through my education and all. I have relatives in the Philippines that have been helping me. Of course, my brothers and sisters, my siblings, they've been my inspiration, my parents, and now my family, because they serve as my inspiration. So in all the challenges that I've gone through my life, I always try to practice gratitude, because I know that all these challenges have made me a stronger person. How about you, Atala? What are the things that you are most grateful of?
I'm always grateful to God first, because to me every day is a gift. It's a gift, like allow me to wake up, to breathe, to feel happy, to know that I have a purpose on a daily basis, that I'm gonna be able to share with somebody, maybe my purpose, but more than anything else, just by being there, present, I'm very grateful for my parents, for everything that they taught me, for helping me to see life with different eyes, for the resilience, for the love, of course, my family, my son, who encouraged me, so many people. I think that on a daily basis, I always find something to be grateful for. And I always look for the simplicity in life, the little things that become the big things in my life. So many things, many, many things.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I cannot even enumerate all the things I'm grateful for. And you're right. When we wake up in the morning, just having you're being able to breathe fresh air and being able to, every second of the day, every minute, we are grateful because we're here. We're alive and kicking. And we are healthy. We have family and friends that love us. We have strong relationships. There's so many things that we can be grateful for. And it just sets the tone and it sets your day, because if you are not grateful with what's going on in your life, you'll never be content with what life can bring you. And actually, there's
nice, when I think about people, they share, what is going on in their lives, I always start to asking them, what is going on well in your life? And look at the little, look at the little things that in reality we should never ignore. Just the fact that you can move, the fact that you can breathe, that you can even feel pain, because that means that you are alive, right? The fact that we have our friends, and sometimes we just take it for granted, but we should never take it for granted. We should always, be grateful for those opportunities that we have, because we can create our day on daily basis. And I do believe that we always can find something, truly something to be grateful.
That's right. And actually, there are a lot of health benefits of being grateful. There are studies out there, there are articles out there that actually proves that gratitude actually enhances our physical, mental, and emotional health. And one of which, it helps reduce depression. There are studies right there that the higher is your gratitude score, the lower is your depression. It helps, because if you're grateful of everything, even the little things in your life, you tend to have more joy. So you appreciate things.
As you said before, improves your well-being, improves your immune system, right?
Yeah.
Allows you to sleep better in night.
Yes. Yes, and it also is good for the heart, because there are studies out there too that proves that it can help actually reduce your diastolic blood pressure. If you're always grateful, it's healthy for your heart. So there's a lot of benefits, as you said. Improves sleep, relieves stress, decreases anxiety.
Yes.
Yeah. So why don't we and it's free. You don't have to pay for it.
Right? And there is no negative side effects. You just think about it,
Yeah.
This is like the best skill, if you want to call, that you can take every single day. No side effects, just positive, outcomes in your life. So what should embrace even more this great feeling of being grateful?
Yes, that's very true. There's a lot of health benefits out there. And if only people will realize that, then it makes life better. But it's no perfect world. There are those people that it's hard for them to practice gratitude. It's maybe because they never did it. It's hard for them because they never started early. And it's a practice. It becomes a habit, just like what you said. It becomes a muscle.
And they say it is a common question. It's hard to forgive. They say, what's the difference between forgiving and forgetting? It's totally different, right? You can forgive. Doesn't have to mean that you have to forget, right? Because you can forgive without forgetting. Of course, whatever memories or whatever we've done in the past, it's always going to be there. It's in our memory. But you don't forget it, but you can forgive. You can forgive and can. So we have a comment from one of our viewers. So we're just going to read it for now before we move on. So the comment, actually, it's a question. says forgiving is one thing, but what if you are the one asking for forgiveness and someone refuses to forgive you? What do you think,
I think
Atala?
at the moment that you decide, that you asking for forgiveness, you are doing already your part. So you don't need to be feeling, bad, terrible because the other person maybe is not aware of or is not his timing to forgive, right? But as soon as you decide to make the first step, even in your heart, in your mind, that's good enough. You
Yes.
don't have to wait until the other person say, yes, I forgive you.
Mhm.
It may happen, it may not happen, but you are moving forward to your liberation, which is very important.
That's
So
correct.
well done.
Yes, kudos. If
That's
you do
right.
that, yes, you give yourself a pat in the back because now you've accepted. Because, if just accepting that you have done wrong to someone, that takes a lot of courage. That's
That's so
boldness. So now you have done your part, then let that person, accept it when they're ready. We're going to talk about the health benefits and a lot of other benefits of forgiving. As I was sharing earlier, when, before we took a break, about this person that I shared my own experience, and lo and behold, she realized that she has to forgive. See, that is one benefit. You're actually making an impact on someone's lives when you're doing that. I said lives because it's like we have multiple lives sometimes, just like the cat. They say that the cat has 9 lives. Anyway, so
I believe it's important to really embrace forgiveness.
yeah, and it's just a win-win situation. You free yourself from any pain, hurt, frustrations. You free all of that, and you gain all the positive benefits in your health, your mental, emotional, and physical health. And then it improves your self-esteem. You feel good about yourself. And then people will show that. It will reflect the way you talk to people, the way you deal with people.
Your energy goes
Yes,
up
your
also.
energy. So you are able to accomplish more, become more creative, you become more clear. You have
to.
Yes.
Productivity is important, but many times we are investing our energy in the wrong way. When you decide to forgive, I can guarantee you, your energy is going to be higher, but also your productivity, which I think is like like doing more and achieving more in less time.
That's right. So, and as again, we would like to stress, you have to forgive yourself too. Forgive yourself first, because that's when you're going to feel the benefits. And if you experience that yourself, and if you feel good about it, then imagine how you want that other people to experience that as
and
well.
also, for example, that create a better relationship, of course, with yourself, but you're going to perform better in any area of your life. I believe, like, when I make a mistake, of course, I do this kind of self-evaluation, but honestly, I learned to don't stay so much on that feeling because, again, it doesn't serve me. And by knowing that, I can identify my errors, my mistakes, but I will analyze them even with compassion because in that way, it will help me to move forward to my next, activity or destination, whatever it is.
Or goal, yeah.
But not with self-criticism because it doesn't empower anybody.
That's right. I feel that sometimes. And because every day we make little mistakes and we may have done bigger mistakes. And if we dwell on them, we tend to get stuck. We're just stuck. We can't move because we are not letting go of whatever that baggage that you have. It feels so heavy. And I've experienced that myself because I have made mistakes too, and they're still in my mind. I still remember them, but that should not stop you from moving forward. That's why if you forgive yourself, that's when you actually are ready to take the next step. And it takes a lot of courage to move and take a first step, but it starts from forgiving yourself from whatever you've done in the past, forgiving others for whatever they've done to you, so you can move on and then you will feel that things will fall into place.
So that's why I am a product. I am a product of people's kindness because they have helped us monetarily and everything. But it's not just by finances. I mean, you can extend kindness by contributing or giving your talent. Like,
or even listening sometimes.
yeah.
How many times we have this desire of being heard, maybe something happened to you and you just call somebody and that person is available. That's also she's showing or he's showing kindness, right?
Yes, like
Besides
being there for someone, like offering a shoulder to cry on, offering an ear to listen to, offering your time, to take care of someone, and just a simple smile that can brighten up someone's day. I mean, even those little acts of kindness can make a big difference. And we know we have a lot of famous people out there that really do big big acts of kindness, and we actually have some few slides that we're going to show them just to share how the philanthropists, we have a lot of philanthropists, the billionaires, right? So they give, they donate, they have foundations, they create like cause to support. So we have a lot of example of those people, and we are going to show them to you, right? So let's show some slides. Look at that. Warren Buffett. Yes, right? Atala. Imagine if we have those Bill Gates and Melinda.
what is the beauty? It's like even though everybody has different kind of opportunity to show kindness, I do believe in the power of doing on a daily basis. And maybe it's like you could say maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 people, but that's still a good enough number of people that can also learn from you and feel motivated to do it to other people. So I just think that we should take the opportunity, and just kind of really show kindness on daily basis, because definitely change our life, and improve our well-being, period. So why not doing something that is going to be beneficial for us and for the world as well?
That's correct. And we're just showing this billionaires, philanthropists. There are a lot more out there. And that's their way of really sharing their blessings. They just create foundations. And as Atala had said, it doesn't have to be big. Whatever giving or kindness act that you do, it doesn't have to be big. Even the small things matter. And if you can give in small scales, then you'll be able to give in bigger scales. You can sleep well at night when you know that you've done something for someone, and especially if you did it voluntarily, that they didn't have to ask for it. So kindness is also like voluntary. You're not forced to do anything, right? We're not forcing you, or it's out of compassion. Kindness is out of compassion, right? So
I like what you say too, NJ, because it actually helps us a lot, in our immune system to remember that it's going to lower our cortisol levels, going to release the stress as well. So it's going to actually help us to, as you say, sleep better at night for sure. So there are some things that it's easy to do it. I believe it's really about taking the initiative to do it. It's like when you start really create a new habit, and then you start to be comfortable and more because it's a humble habit, actually.
Yes, and okay, Lysel shared her thought. She says, "Be kind to myself when I commit a mistake."
I love
You know what?
that.
That's very true. Yes, I love that too. Yeah.
Self-love, actually, too. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, because it's true. I think that you touched a very important point. Many times we're so cruel with ourselves, and we shouldn't, because it's always going to take away energy. Always. it never is going to help us, but it actually will, make us feel worst or inferior, and it's gonna be more difficult to perform in any area when we are no self with I mean kind with ourselves.
Yes. And yeah, give yourself some grace because we all make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. So if you make a mistake, that's okay. That's okay. And remember, committing mistakes is one way to learn because there's nobody in this world that has ever done life or lived life without mistakes, right? So we all
Right.
do. So give yourself some grace. If you make a mistake, it's okay. The important thing is we learn from it and we become better. It's through mistakes that make us what we are. I mean, because if you don't make a mistake, I mean, there's no fun in life, right? Sometimes. And anyways, I think we gotta get into the topic now, right? Right?
For sure. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. What do you think is the topic tonight, Christian?
I think you already kind of mentioned it earlier. I think it involves like waiting and like enduring like suffering and stuff like that. We were also talking about this
I
backstage or
know.
online backstage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're talking about the power of dun, 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 dun. Let's wait. We gotta wait. Come on, viewers. You have to be patient. There you go. Yeah. The power of patience. What can you say about patience, Christian? What do you think?
I think you always see them in hospitals. They come in for different reasons. Some of them are hurting. Some of them have appointments. Some of them are just there for X-rays. So yeah, there's different kinds of them. Some of them have broken bones. Some of them have like worse stuff happening to them. That's what we're talking about this week, right?
You know what? I really love you, Christian, when you co-host because you're like so much fun. You got a natural humor. Could you believe this guy has natural humor? So I don't know what his girlfriend is waiting for. She's so patiently waiting for this guy. Why can't you just propose? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, he's so much
Oh, is that what we're talking about? Patience?
Yes. Come on, not my patients in the hospital. We are talking about
Yeah, I thought we were becoming a medical show.
okay. We're not yet. We will eventually, right? Eventually. But of course, tonight we're gonna talk about patience. Paghihintay. To our Filipino viewers, pagtsatsaga. Sabi nga nila, di ba, pag may tiyaga, may nilaga. But let's define
Favorite.
patience first. Patience is pretty much like the ability to accept delay, which means it's about time, right? Accept suffering, paghihirap, accept annoyance, like what's annoyance? Irita, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
pagiging
I always hear that about me.
yeah. No, you're not. Without complaining or becoming angry. Oh my God. That's kind of hard to do, don't you think, Christian?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I've had a
Yeah.
lot of experiences where I lost this.
Yes. Yeah, you often hear people say, I'm losing it, right? I'm losing my patience.
Yeah, I see a question.
Huh?
Did you both pass the marshmallow test? Have you heard of this
No,
before?
I haven't. What is that?
If you if you've seen videos like on online or like in National Geographic or Discovery where they like test kids where like there's like gonna be like a table
Mm-hmm.
and the kid is sitting like behind it and the adult will put like some marshmallow in front of the kid
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll tell the kid, hey, don't touch this marshmallow like while I'm gone, right?
Oh,
And then the adult leaves the room and then there's kind of like hidden cameras and then they see if the kid will like get the marshmallow when no one's watching.
okay. So it's like testing their
Yeah, so it's like the
patience.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think you'd pass? Do you have experiences when you were young where you definitely failed it or you definitely knew you could pass
I
this?
I think I can. I honestly do. Because
I can.
I am a very patient person. I mean, and I follow instructions. I'm a good follower. What you tell me, I do it. And I'm not kidding, Christian. I could, if somebody, especially an adult, tells me an instruction or tells me to not to or to do this, I would do it or I would not do it.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what I
I'm the complete opposite. I would definitely eat the marshmallow. And I would tell the adults that it was you who ate the marshmallow.
so sabi nga nila sa Tagalog, pilyo ka pala. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, there's a comment here from Eileen. Can you share a time when being patient helped you and what good things came out of it? What do you think?
You want to go first?
Well, for me, I think I would say that the biggest thing I think that really made my life turn around 360 degrees that I patiently waited was coming to the United States. And let me tell you why. You know, I was helped by my relatives to, to take up nursing and all that. And during that time, the United States actually closed down hiring nurses from not just the Philippines, but other parts of the world. So it's like, wow, the reason I took up nursing was for me to be able to go to the United States so I can help my family, right? So uh, eventually I got married. I was still in the Philippines, but I did not give up on my dream of coming to the US so I can help my family. So lo and behold, after so many years of waiting, I gave birth to EJ, I gave birth to Xavier, and then I took on different jobs. I worked at Manila Medical Center, I worked at Medical City, and then I also worked in a life insurance company. But I did not give up on that dream. I still had the hope of coming to the US, so I still patiently waited for that opportunity. And thank God that came year 2003 where the United States opened up again. And the best thing about this opportunity, they opened up for nurses to become actually immigrants right away. Because prior to that, it was more like on a work permit or a working visa. But during our time, I think I was one of the first batches of nurses from the Philippines that actually got an immigrant visa from the United States. And it was not just for me, but for my whole family. So we all got the immigrant visa at the same time. So see, if you wait and don't give up on the things that you really desire for, it will come unexpectedly and even in better and bigger ways. And that's what happened. So that was the biggest turnaround of my life because of that, I was able to bring my family with me because it's hard. You go to another country and just by yourself and you leave your family behind. I mean, that would be the hardest part for me. But thank God, I was able to bring my family with me. And now here I am. I'm very grateful. And yes, patience, patience, patience. It can build your character. It can build your perseverance. It can give you what bigger blessings if you just wait. Because God has his perfect time for everything. So tonight we are actually talking about a very, very interesting topic. It's
What
very
are we
timely, of
talking
course.
about?
Yeah, we're going to talk about what are we talking about?
Christmas?
Christmas?
Oh, Christmas traditions?
Yes.
Yes.
Christmas traditions from all over the world.
Which is
Yeah.
interesting because, not everyone in the world is like Catholic or Christian, but they still celebrate something this season, which is like very interesting. So
Yes, of course. But before we talk about other countries, we can talk about how the Philippines, how do we celebrate Christmas? Well, one thing interesting though that it's worth mentioning, we are known to celebrate Christmas the longest.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah,
Yes.
when do we start?
September.
September.
Yes, that's correct. We start celebrating Christmas when the months is, the Burr months.
Yeah, we call them the Burr months.
The Burr months.
Not because it's cold like Burr, but because the months end in Burr. September, October, November,
Yes.
December, and even till January.
You do. Like,
Yeah.
with Three Kings. Because we all like wait for that. For
Mhm.
some reason, I grew up like, it's like everybody's so excited.
Yeah.
And then as you grow up, you learn the reason why we celebrate Christmas,
Mhm.
and it becomes more meaningful.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
also, like, I guess September, it starts getting cold, right? It's the rainy
Mhm.
season starts getting cold.
Mhm.
We don't have snow. We have rain. We have torrential rain.
Mhm.
And sometimes there's like rain like so hard that
Mhm.
there's flooding, there's disasters. And then, we just look for Christmas, like for hope,
Mhm.
and just so we could have something to celebrate and remember that we're gonna be okay.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And then as kids, it's like when Christmas is coming, it's like, oh, like you're expecting something, no matter how little they are, like gifts, that.
Yeah.
And then caroling, Christmas
Yes.
caroling. Oh my gosh!
Did you used to go house to house and
Of course,
sing?
I did, and then we went with friends. I went with friends and my brothers and sisters, and it's so funny because like you get this bag of coins,
Yeah.
and then at the
Oh,
end of
yeah.
the caroling, like you try to split it.
And it's
You
so
try-
heavy.
Yes.
And it's like the instruments kids use are like tin cans.
Yes.
Yeah. Makeshift instruments, makeshift like
Oh my
tambourines.
gosh, yeah, that's the most like memorable
Yeah.
time of being a kid and during Christmas season, like
Mhm.
Christmas caroling. Here in the United States, my kids grew up here, but they rarely experience that.
Mm.
Like going house to house to do some caroling. There
Yeah.
are some like even sometimes the adult there are
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
that they
Christmas
organize,
carolers, yeah.
Christmas carolers, and then they give you like a letter, can
Mhm.
we come on this day, or they schedule you.
Yeah, and they
But-
usually like
Mhm.
fundraise for the church or like an organization. But for us, it's like the money actually goes to the kids,
Yes,
and they
yes.
could buy like candy.
That's a difference from here.
Yeah.
Because back in the Philippines, I mean, Christmas caroling is really for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the time where kids get to experience the joy of,
Yeah.
like singing together
Mm.
with their group of friends or their brothers and
And
sisters
dancing.
and dancing, and everybody expects that. That's how it is.
I feel like like mentioning kids because like the baby Jesus is very important to us
Mhm.
too. So I guess like the whole season is about like kids and babies.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And then one thing too that's tradition in the Philippines, I think, is the Simbang Gabi.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Did you used to go?
Well, when I was a kid
Yeah.
and when I was still a Catholic,
Mhm.
but
So
yeah.
to those who don't know, Simbang Gabi is like the morning mass, like directly
Midnight.
translates to like a night mass, like Gabi is night.
Mhm.
But in the Philippines, it's usually like a morning mass, like 3 a.m. or
Mhm.
4 a.m.
Mhm.
They started it like for farmers so they could go to church
Mhm.
and then go to the farms after, and then everyone just adapted it. But
Mhm.
they say if you complete the 9 days of Simbang Gabi, you get a wish and it comes true. I never completed it because I would wake up like late, but I still went because like the vibe is like
Mhm.
really nice, and like
Mhm.
everyone's in there just woke up,
Yeah.
and it's like everyone's friendly because everyone like really feels Christmas.
Yeah, it's like I can feel like those memories coming back now. Oh my gosh,
Mhm.
I can deja vu almost.
Yeah.
Like you can actually feel it because I remember waking up really, really early in the morning, and you just go with your family and everybody goes to church. Because I
Yeah.
mean, the Philippines is mainly a Catholic
Mhm.
country,
Dominantly, yeah.
dominantly Catholic. So yeah, that is very, very common in our country. Now I'm still a Christian, but
Mhm.
we have other traditions now. But
Mhm.
definitely that is one of the biggest in the Philippines.
Yeah.
The Simbang Gabi. And then the puto bongbong.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's why I go. So when I go home, there's puto bongbong, there's bibingka, and I usually go alone, so I get to eat like a whole thing. I eat it while it's fresh, and then my family just gets to it when they wake up. But
Yeah, puto bongbong is like it's
rice
sticky
cake, right?
rice cake that's inside a bamboo.
Yeah.
Right? Inside like
They cook it in a bamboo.
in
It's
a
very
bamboo.
sticky. They put like coconut on it, and then brown sugar.
Yes, yes.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Japan. We'll see what's next. Saint Nicholas's Day in Germany. In Germany, Saint Nicholas is entirely different from Santa Claus. Interesting. Over there, Saint Nick is a separate gift giver that nods to the religious versions of Santa and leaves small presents such as coins and fruit in the shoes of good German children on the night of December 5th. But if they were naughty, children could wake up to find sticks or twigs or switches in their shoes instead.
Wow.
Oh, I don't know what switches are, but it's interesting that it's in December 5.
Yeah, not December 25. Yeah.
I wonder if they have like two Christmases, like one for Saint Nicholas, because they say it's different from Santa Claus, or if it's a separate gift giver. So I guess there's another gift giver.
Yeah. So maybe they all still believe in Santa or those kids.
But on the
Did you believe
picture,
in
they
Santa
look alike.
Claus?
I don't know, because it seems like even as a kid, like in the Philippines, I knew my parents were giving them to me, but also like I don't not I still believe in Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I just think that they're just giving it to my parents, so it wouldn't be a hassle going, because like in the Philippines and having like a parent like abroad, it's hard to travel. It's hard to travel like from one country to another, and you don't expect someone to travel all over the world.
That's right. Yeah, but we still did believe, right? We put socks. I'm not kidding, and we were always like wanting apple because like it's rare that you get
apple.
Apple in our socks.
I didn't get that. No.
So we had relatives from the United States too that were like giving us some presents during Christmas because they usually come during Christmas time. But I remember, even though life was hard back then, but I remember receiving some apple in my Christmas socks during Christmas when I was
Did you
a
eat
kid.
the apple?
Of course.
Do you use the socks? I live like in Cavite, in Kawit, Cavite, so it's like the birthplace of independence. So Emilio Aguinaldo's house, there's like a big like park in there.
Yeah.
That park is gonna be full of people. Sometimes there's like a what's like a circus. So they're gonna be in town, and like it's fun. A lot of people are in there, and it's just lots of food, lots of street food and seasonal food. So
Oh my, yeah. Oh, I can't wait. Christian, I can't wait. But that's very true. When you're growing up as a kid, you have simple wishes, right? And anything that can make you happy can just give that joy, because that's how innocent kids are. So growing up like that, I wanted to be able to pay it forward. Like,
how do you?
Yeah, that's why I try to give whenever I can.
You sponsor like events and stuff. You give gifts to like.
Yes, and I've had these kids. I think I've sponsored maybe 3 or 4 Filipino kids through an organization. Ever since I stepped foot in the United States, I made myself a promise that I'm gonna do my best, no matter how small. It doesn't have to be big, to help other people and pay it forward, because I was a recipient of people's kindness. So
we're like also like celebrating their life and like
yes, absolutely. It's just that time of the year where you really just want to be with family, your friends. Build beautiful memories together, and strengthen your relationships.
What I used to feel bad for is like when I spend time with my friends and not with my family, but with Christmas, like everyone, like my friends are also with family. So it's not like there's some people like trying to like grab your attention or anything, right? Like everyone understands that like it's family day.
Yeah, it's family time, and the most important is family.
Mhm.
Yeah, we wouldn't be here if not,
Literally.
if not for our families, right? So let's celebrate Christmas
Yeah.
with our families. Let's enjoy each other. Let's just love each other.
Mhm.
I mean, and create memories that will stay, and that whenever we're gone in this world, people will remember those memories.
You know, like other memories I remember, or like not just like on Christmas
Mhm.
or occasions. It's like after the party's over, you're all just like hanging out in
Mhm.
like your couches or whatever,
Mhm.
and just talking, just like reminiscing like your like the past, and like talking about some old friends,
Mhm.
talking about, oh hey, what happened to this guy from your high school? What happened to this person, your old friend? And just like remembering everything.
That's right. I can't wait to really have that reunion, because definitely it's so funny, because we have like our salutatorian. His name is Joy.
Mm.
It's like there was a time in our group chat. It's like we gotta have a competition for like crop top competition.
Oh, no. I thought you were gonna say like they were gonna get a speech.
No, I was the one that actually said we're gonna have a crop top competition. I'm exempted from
I'm
that.
gonna join
because
that.
I'm gonna be one of the judges. I'm not gonna wear crop top. But anyway, we're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna have so much fun, and it's good to see your friends like from many years ago. Yeah, I know we all have families, we all have kids. We may have grown bigger.
Even my friends have families.
Yeah, some of us may have grown bigger, but it's always gonna be that time where like you just want to enjoy each other.
And like
Yeah.
since all families are traveling like with each other too, you get to meet like your kids' friends, like this like people from high school where like they have families now, which you haven't met yet. Like even like I'm not like super young, but like when I think about that, oh, some of my best friends have kids now. It's like shocking.
It's your time.
Or they were
next.
early.
Yeah, you, Christian, you're not getting any younger.
No, but I'm also not getting any richer.
Yeah, well, you don't have to be rich to have a
we'll
family.
charge it to the card.
Yeah, no, but you don't have to be rich to have a
Ninang
family.
MJ, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
For sponsoring.
Oh, sure. I'll be. Anyways, folks, hope you're enjoying, and hope we are spreading, this important message to everyone, that even if it's not Christmas, that let's just create beautiful memories, because those memories are like priceless. Yeah, your loved ones will always remember them, and it makes you feel good.